Alright, I guess I'll do this video finally. I guess I'll finally make this video. Just by the title, y'all know what I'll explain it. I posted my statements online, but I took it down because I'm gonna send my statements to law enforcement, not law enforcement, the attorneys. Apparently, I needed a national security attorney for all this, which is kind of ridiculous. I would have figured I would have need a civil rights attorney for civil rights violations. But it makes more sense because, like I said, I think I said in the last video that the attorneys I be talking to, they said my information is not popping up like in a regular court because they went to a fake court. I said fake court, but FISC. FISC. I know how you just type it in, but wow. They went to one of these courts and they're abusing these court orders. Now apparently these Fisa crap, it originally supposed to last 90 days. I just go with Jack. I actually read the articles on this type of stuff like before they start adding more AI to this crap like that. But yeah, originally this type of like this FASA, like how they surround the whole area with informants. I call them informants. They really informants and folks with mental illness, especially at my jobs. It usually supposed to last like 90 days. All right, but yeah. So apparently, I actually I filed like 2 national security attorneys. Hopefully, well, how long it lasts? I don't got my glasses, my fault. And I'm not in none of this stuff out. Yeah, foreign intelligence, which is kind of crazy because you go like they usually target foreigners, but they target Americans on here, which it kind of you put 2 and 2 together. It says set to expire 2026. Each time it's regulated. Yeah, they gonna keep regulating. They're not gonna get rid of this because it's actually important. But I think the abuse on Americans is what's making this illegal. But yeah, I don't feel like looking it up right now because it usually lasts. It's supposed to last 90 days. My situation it lasted years, and I just be documenting everything. But yeah, I lost over $20,000 because your FBI and CIA abused FASA court orders in law enforcement. I'll post it again if y'all want to see it on my Twitter. Follow my Twitter. I'll post it as proof. But yeah, apparently I need a national security attorney. National. Cause I was actually reading this stuff up, and it literally said national security attorneys usually look into FISA cases. Now, I know I have a way strong enough a case that this could definitely be one of the biggest racial discrimination lawsuits in St. Louis, Missouri. Cause let's be real, if I got accused, let me stop typing, then I'll talk about it. If I got accused of being a damn drug dealer because I know how to make money off the stock market. I stopped doing the stock market shit because you know that shit's rigged. But like I said, if I got accused of being some type of drug dealer, like I was selling dab carts or some shit, like I'm gonna air out all these drug dealer informants that's in St. Louis that sell drugs for the feds. I'm gonna send this video to the attorneys also. But like I said, I've been cussing, so I try not to. It's my fault. But yeah, I lost over $20,000. I should have. You know what? I'm not gonna post it. Cause I can look up my statements from back then. It's like I said, I caught on to this BS back in 2022 when I found my phones was illegally being tapped. Cause I went to Apple and Apple told me that I need to go to a police station about this or report this. Of course, my information don't pop up because they went to a FISA court. That's what they did. Now, it'll be even more crazier if they bypass. They just doing this shit illegally. It's just bypassing because St. Louis is kind of corrupted, apparently, I guess. But yeah, this national security attorneys, I did submit some email. Well, I what's that shit called? I filed, I guess you say, consultant, and I actually gave him like a detail of what's from 2022, like during the car accident. So yeah, about that. So I had over $20,000 saved up, cause like I said, I was planning on moving out of the St. Louis. Of course, I was planning on moving out of St. Louis. I still have intentions moving out of St. Louis once I get this legal shit over with. Apparently, this Fisa shit happens all over the country, so I pretty much gotta go through a national security attorney, most likely file a lawsuit via through them. I know they could get me like off this list, but I have more than enough evidence that your FBI and your CIA planted these informants at my jobs, causing me to lose money. Like I said again, like why the hell would I study computer science to be more exact? Which I had to stop because they keep sabotaging my sources of income. But yeah, I had over 20K saved up. Yeah, I got to that car accident. I made videos about it. Just look through my YouTube, the videos. I think it's a thumbnail with my car being totaled. So I got in a car accident. So I couldn't be. And noted, I don't have benefits. I ain't had benefits since 2022/3. That's going, like I said, I have way more than enough to file a massive ass lawsuit once I found the right national security attorney, which I'm pretty sure I think I can because I'm making these videos and I'm making it public now. But yeah, so I lost $20,000. I got into that car accident, which put me out of work for a good minute. So about that, like I said, back in 2022, I wasn't aware that I was around informants. So, and one of them was a informant drug dealer. This is, I'm gonna explain this. So, I won't say I'm a pothead. Like I said, I used to smoke casually. I used to smoke, I guess, dab parts, but I wasn't smoking like that. I only smoked when I had like migraines, but I don't even smoke no more anyways. Plus, I always take pride in staying in shape and shit like that. But yeah, I only smoked when I had like migraines. That's about it. So yeah, I'll name the company. I'll put up the company name where I used to work when the car accident happened. It happened in Arnold, Missouri. I'll just name the jobs. Things like merchandise pickup, something in Arnold, like MPS or something. I got my microphone right here, so I can't read type fast. I'll look this up. Pickup service in Arnold. It's funny that now I'm getting like letters, not letters, but you know what I mean. But some lawyers want to, I guess, look into my case about, I guess, my identity theft. But like I said before, I know this is like a national security, some BS. All right, I can't look up the name of the job, but well, this is the job I used to work at though. Noted, I think I was due a tip. I think merchandise pickup service in Arnold. I don't think well, they have more than one location, so I worked with the one at Arnold. But yeah, so I was hanging around this guy. I guess he was selling drugs and shit. Him and I guess now I know they're informants because they disappeared. One who fled to Florida, so they plant these guys to spy on people throughout the country. This is how I know this is FBI CIA BS. And they probably on some type of witness protection, so they changed their names. So I ended up smoking something that was clearly fentanyl because I lost control of my body and I got in a car accident after work. Fast forward, that's like back in 2022, 2023. That's why I had money saved up and stuff like that. And I was aware of my phone was being tapped. Like I said, I was studying cybersecurity, but I wasn't aware of Fisa. And that was the issue. So I wasn't aware of Fisa. So pretty much I was around informants. And they're selling, and I was smoking fentanyl most likely. Cause I lost control of my body and I crashed my car. I totaled my car. Good thing I wear a seatbelt. Cause like I said, I was coughing on blood and shit like that. That's how I knew, But like I said, I think that shit kills people. I think that's how somebody I used to go to high school with, like, passed away, most likely because he smoked something that was fucking laced. And it's very obvious that it's fentanyl out here. And like I said before, if I got accused of being a fucking drug dealer, I'm gonna air out these informant drug dealers that actually sell drugs. I never sold no fucking drugs in my life. I only smoked it like casually. But yeah, so I got in that car accident, so I was out of work. I couldn't make it to work. My car was totaled. I had to do all that extra BS. I had insurance, on my car. I'm gonna break that down too, because what's the fucking point of getting insurance when I have proof that it's been these informants vandalizing my car? Put two and two together. But yeah, so I got in that car accident. So I was out of work for like a month or two. Like I said, I was in good shape. I had to go to, I guess, a chiropractor because I had my shoulder got messed up. But like I said, I was working out, so it wasn't really that bad. Plus I had my seatbelt on. So I was out of work. I had to get a new fucking car because I had to start working ASAP because, like I said, I ain't have benefits. And plus I had to move because I ain't stay far from here. I was planning on moving, but I moved down the street. I was meant to move out of St. Louis City, but I guess they will try to keep me in the fucking city. This I probably know this is more of a city issue of these informants out here. But yeah, so I was out of work for like a month or two. So I had to take the money off I had saved up in the stock market. I had it in the stocks, but I was going to like put it into like something like retirement fund. Cause like I said, either I didn't have benefits. And also, I'm always smart with my money, so it's very fucking obvious they're sabotaging my sources of income. But yeah, so yeah, I got hurt. I had to use the money up, and I had to find a new place. And plus, I had to move this shit over. On top, I had to get a new car, and know that I did find a new job, and know that the BS was still going on. And this leads to the job at Audios. Watch the last video, and how that's how I found out they got people impersonating managers and supervisors. So pretty much that's how much I lost over $20K because of that, because of the car accident, because I was around informants, and I can prove that. But like I said, I need a national security attorney about that, and I could post the base statements online, but like I said, I'll just send to a national attorney about all this. Yeah, so like I said, this is Fisa because they abuse their Fisa court orders to keep this shit going, and I'm putting, like I said, I know that I need a national attorney. Or national security attorney. I probably won't have to film this video because I want to keep this short and sweet. So yeah, that's pretty much how I lost $20K because of your feds, the FBI, CIA. Now I could get way more into detail. I do remember some of these guys' names, but like I said before, they're using fake names. Cause like I said before, again, like they have like CI numbers, like they go by numbers to keep them in check. And also, it's very obvious there's undercover cops overseeing them, as well as the Stingray device is being planted. That's another thing. Know that I had an iPhone, but I was planning on switching over to like Galaxies or off-brand phone because I know cybersecurity and I know there's apps that can detect these fake cell towers. It keeps detecting a fake cell tower where people are snooping through my phone. That's how I know there's informants in my current jobs. That's how I've been getting denied workplace jobs because my information is going to a fusion center. And like I said, I talked about this before on videos, but pretty much that's like a little quick sum up of how I lost $20,000 because of FBI, CIA. I need a national security attorney. If y'all know anything, know something, send over this video. Hell, watch my videos. I'm literally exposing this bullshit in my area. Because the main goal is, I guess, to get off this list. But if I break down everything, I'm pretty sure I could file a lawsuit against the CIA and FBI through a national security attorney. Because I'm losing money because of this right now. But that being said, like, comment, subscribe. I don't care about that for these type of videos. See y'all next time. Now, I was gonna post the pictures of my statements, but like I said again, I'm just gonna send it to the lawyers. Cause I know people call it gang stalking or the Matrix, but I'm losing money, and I know how I'm losing money. Like, it makes more sense if a person was committing crimes, but I didn't commit no fucking crimes because I was always working 2 damn jobs. How would I be selling fucking drugs? On top of doing Uber Eats as a side hustle. Because I was trying to move out of fucking St. Louis. But yeah, I'm going to leave it at that.